Hey, what's up there, concert band? Mr. Summers here, and this is lesson 169, Snake Charmer. Okay, so you should be looking at your book, and you should be looking at page 33. Now, if you have not mastered number 165 yet, you need to do that before you do this lesson. Okay, you really need to have a very strong handle on number 165 and the new note that you learned in that exercise before you try to tackle this one. Take a look on page 33. In the yellow box where it says theory above number 169, and you'll see a word there that says enharmonics. Okay? Take just a moment to read the definition of enharmonics there. And pause the video if you need to. So, enharmonics means basically it's two different ways of saying the same thing. Okay, so if you think about in language, that happens a lot. There are two different words that have the same meaning. Those are called synonyms. So this is kind of the same thing in music. It's two different ways of writing the same pitch or the same sound. Okay? Now, back in 165, we learned our new note. So for C instruments, that was your G flat. For B flat instruments, that was your A flat. For E flat instruments, that was your E flat. And for F horn, that was your D flat. Now in this exercise, we're going to use that same note, but we're going to introduce a new name for it. Okay? What I'd like you to do first is take a look at that little piano keyboard in that yellow box. Now you've all done the keyboard worksheet in Schoology, so you should be a little bit familiar with this concept already. So you can see on that little piano keyboard diagram that there's an arrow indicating one or maybe more of the black keys, and then it has two names. So for example, it might have an arrow indicating a black key, and it might say C sharp and D flat, or it might say F sharp and G flat. Okay, that's what we mean by enharmonic. It's the same key on the keyboard, it's the same fingering on your instrument, but we just call it by different names depending on the context, depending on the song. Okay, and if you want to know more about why we call it different names, that might be confusing. Why wouldn't we just call it one name? That's a great question, and I'm happy to answer that later, not right now. Okay. But just know that sometimes that happens. All right, so our new note here is actually a note that we know already. Let's go one at a time real quick, okay? Flutes, your new note here is your F sharp, okay? Now, F sharp, you play exactly the same way as G flat from number 165, okay? G flat and F sharp are the same fingering, the same sound. Okay? Keyboard percussion, same deal. Your F sharp is the same key as your G flat. So if you find your three accidentals, your group of three, it's going to be the one farthest to your left. That's going to be your F sharp. Okay? Oboe, F sharp, same as G flat, same fingering as G flat. Okay? Clarinet, G sharp. Okay, clarinets, same as A flat. Okay? A flat key, G sharp key, it's the same thing, okay? Let's see here. Alto saxes, D sharp, same as E flat, okay? Same fingering, same sound, everything's the same except for the name. That's cool, it's kind of a slogan. Everything's the same except for the name. That's what I'm going to start using when I talk about enharmonics. I like that. Tenor saxes, your note, G sharp, same as A flat. So this one right here, okay? Let's see here. Trumpets, G sharp, same as A flat. G sharp, 2-3, same as A flat, 2-3, same sound. Horn, G sharp, 2-3 for your low. C sharp. My bad. C sharp. Okay. 2-3 for your low. C sharp, and I might have a typo in my book. I'll have to double check that, but double check your book for the high one, okay? I think I have a typo here. Let's see. Trombone, F sharp, okay, same as G flat, 5th position trombones. Baritone euphonium tuba, F sharp, 2nd, 3rd, same as G flat, okay? All right, so that's the note. Now I want you to flip your switch on bandmate to sharp, okay? And this will really help us see that. So now I want you to play that same note you played in 165, your concert G flat, the note that we just talked about, but look at your tuner and now it'll say the sharp version of that note. Let's go ahead and try that together. 1, 2, ready. All right, so hopefully you saw in your tuner that it said whatever letter sharp that's in your book for number 169, okay, or next to or above 169. All right, so again, enharmonic, say it with me, enharmonic, 2 different names for the same pitch or the same sound. What did I say before? Different name sounds the same, okay? All right, so now let's go ahead and play number 169, Snake Charmer. Okay, rhythm's very easy for this, 4 quarter notes, whole note, 4 quarter notes, whole note. We don't need to go into that. Check your key signature real quick. Give you a second on that. Pause the video if you need to process it. Pay attention to your key signature, please, 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 please. Okay, and I want everyone, we're going to play in just a second, but I want everyone to point to the first whole note. So 2nd measure, the whole note. And notice the name of that note. And that's the note we did back in 165. Now I want you to point to the last note of the song, the 2nd whole note, the last note. Now notice the name of that note. That's the other name for this pitch or this sound, and it's going to be played exactly the same way. Let me be very clear about this. Both whole notes in this song, even though they have a different name and are on a different line or space of the staff, and even though one of them's flat and one of them's sharp, they are played exactly the same way, with the same fingering or slide position, and the same exact sound. All right, let's play it. Here we go. Number 169. And we're going to go ahead and do the repeat, so we'll play it twice through. Here we go. Ready. And there you have it, folks. That's number 169, Snake Charmer, and Enharmonics. I'll see you next time. Bye.